Hello everybody, thank you for clicking on this video. If you're wondering if there is going to be a reconciliation happening or if they are going to be breaking the no contact, this is a message for you. Again, this video will find you whenever you need to hear this message, so enjoy this reading and let's start. So let's see what is going on with your relationship, with this no contact situation, if there's going to be any reconciliation here. Okay. Okay, so the Nine of Wands here, this is how they feel. They have this sense of interruption. So how are they in this relationship with you? I know that there is no contact, but the energy of them towards you is about an interruption. They have a hard time overcoming the challenge, and they sort of feel a need to give up on their projects. Things are kind of slowing down for them. I can see that for you, like you so badly want this to happen. I can kind of hear you saying like, if they only reach out to me, I can make this work. You are the magician here, thinking that you just want to build a new reality with them. There is like a huge need on your side for communication. And then, okay, between the both of you, there is the Four of Swords. And this is about restrictions. You guys are kind of not meant to be together right now. You need to continue to do your own projects. To me, this is kind of like life sometimes just separate people, or like life did separate the both of you so you could each do something for yourselves. The Four of Swords, this is about being in a very limited space for development. It's kind of like the pro of isolation is that you have all the time in the world to finish your own projects and to better yourself because you don't have any interruptions here. They do have the King of Wands here, and they have actually very much mature in this moment of isolation and this moment of no contact. They kind of have a more mature attitude to their own urges and their own desires. They have a very controlled way of thinking, and they are kind of prodding themselves to make a move forward. Like this is them investing their own present time and their own assets into future projects. So they have done a lot of growing, I think. In the past, maybe they had like a need to be alone just so they could not feel like they are always being held back. To me, this is kind of like they always wanted to do things, they always had plans to get things done. But when they were in relationships, when they were with you, they kind of put things on hold. The King of Wands, this is them finally having the time to look at the future and to make plans and to better themselves. This is having very controlled desires and going after things with a responsibility. This is the Emperor card. This is how you feel. So again, you do want communication, you kind of want a fresh start and you want to make things happen. It's very chaotic though, like you haven't really actually thought about a plan, you just have a wish that something will grow. The Emperor card, you have a very practical way and you are in a very commanding position here. This is about your own achievements and the practical way that you can go after the things that you want. To me, like, you just want to be in control of this whole situation. You kind of want to be the one. I don't know, like, to me, this is like, if we talk, it's because I want to talk. If we move forward, it's because I'm the one choosing to talk to you or to move forward. To me, like, this is, you have the authority and the control here, and you are kind of showing leadership and responsibility, but it feels very forced. It feels like maybe you want things to happen out of force, like you are making things happen even if, like, when things shouldn't be happening. I guess you want this to happen by force, by your own power. You want to be in control of this whole situation between the both of you. The Queen of Coins between the both of you, this just have to do with the stability of the relationship. So again, between the both of you do want this stability, and there is a very realistic vision here between the both of you. So I do think that at one point they are gonna come back. Again, maybe once they are done with their goals and with them doing the things that they want to do, there seems to be a lot of stability between the both of you. Like, this is a very personal stability, having a very realistic vision and kind of looking at things from their practical perspective. So they know, and you also know, that this relationship does make sense. Like, this, it's a very practical relationship. However, to me, it kind of looks like they were kind of pulled away so they could focus on themselves. This, to me, is kind of like you still don't understand that you can't have things by force. You can't just take things. You can't just make things happen. There's a lot of wish here for you to make this work, but with the Emperor card here, like, this is you being in a position of authority and kind of being very controlling of how things happen. Four of Cups, this has to do with it is in reverse, and this is, you have like problems again, like you have a very, like, you have an issue with, you have a fixed ways, like, this is you being in a position of having a fixed social structure that doesn't really allow for adaptability or with flexibility here. So again, this being right under the Emperor, which is a person who wants to be in power and wants to be kind of controlling the narrative, you seem to have a hard time letting things go and to adapt in this whole situation. To me, it's kind of like you're still mourning the loss. You still haven't really moved on. You still are facing a lot of problems, kind of fixing things that they may have done, or still trying to fix or trying to resolve problems, maybe with family or friends or just people that you guys know together. Like, you are still trying to clear things up. Again, like, you have a need to always be in control and to always be proven right and to have the last word, and you do have a problem kind of trying to be flexible and letting them be. I think, any advice for you? Tradition, history, things always repeating themselves. Again, I don't think this is the first time that they've left, or like that you guys have split apart and always coming back to, like, always, like, they leave and then they come back and then they leave again. It's just like a cycle. I don't think this is the first time this has happened. The Six of Coins, the Six of Coins for advice, it is in reverse, and this has to do with, there is a lot of ways for this to advance. Like, you need to have a more positive outlook on this, and again, this is having a good balance between your stability and the movement. This, to me, is kind of like, if you want this to happen, there needs to be a change. There needs to be more thinking of abundance, and again, this is like having too much of a resource. There's a lot of ways to advance, a lot of ways to make things happen and to have success. And then the moon's being honest with your feelings, kind of not being afraid to go deep in your own feelings and to have very deep emotions. But again, like this is kind of like having a very different experience from reality, longing for the unreachable and finding your own hidden strengths, and to stop occupying yourself with a remote past. Like there's a lot of hidden treasures going on, but again, to me, this is kind of like once you let things go, once you realize that there's more ways for you to make this happen than just forcing things to happen. Because again, like this is, I do think that you are going to get more chances to be with them. Like I do think that they are going to be coming back, and this is going to be like a test. Like, have you learned to actually be honest with your emotions and understand that you don't always have to be very controlling, that there's more ways to win. But I do think that once you understand this, like this is like you kind of giving with strings attached. Like you kind of take them back, and then you do something for them, and then you expect them to do something back. Like this is, again, it's just you being very controlling here. But again, don't be so afraid of your own emotions. Like you are kind of you are living in your mind here with the moon, kind of again having unrealistic expectations, kind of longing for the unreachable. But there is a lot of hidden treasures here. But this was your reading. Again, if you did enjoy it, please be sure to like and subscribe. And thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys later. Bye.